How's it going, YouTube? Dallas Boy here with a Pokemon Showdown battle against Kere. I was laddering up on the ladder with this team I made around Mega Heracross with, I want to say, either CERN or Albacore, one of the two. And, wound up getting this battle, which actually turned out to be pretty good in my opinion, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But, anyways, looking at teams, I'm looking at that Mega Magnetric there. And that thing is definitely a threat to my team, as it can hit 4 out of 6 of my team members for super effective damage. But ever since this team was made, or ever since this battle was had rather, the team has been tweaked by AM, who is a competitive tutoring moderator of some sort on Pokemon Showdown, and he's been pretty helpful with me trying to make teams and whatnot, in my opinion. Well, we have talked about it before, whatnot. But, anyways, getting back to the battle here, Heatran's gonna be helping me out pretty nicely, as well as Clefable, I guess, trying to sponge some of my Magnetric sits, and maybe remove it from the field of play. And if I remove Latias and Magnetric and probably get a burn on that Azumarill, Keldeo can have a little bit of fun with this team. So my main thought process here is keep Keldeo and probably Heatran alive, and I should be okay for this match. So hope you guys enjoy this battle, and let's get this show on the road. So I'm going to be leaning off my Frothorn, and he's going to be leaning off with this Magnetric since it is the biggest threat to my team. And knowing that the fire attack is coming, he's actually going to be I'm going to be going to my Heatran as he goes for this Flamethrower here. And the fact that he went for Flamethrower and not Overheat is actually going to be coming into some pretty serious play, as you guys should see later. But now, he's actually going to be going for the Volt Switch. I take that a lot worse than one would think, because this is an offensively based Heatran. And I go for the Flash Fire boosted Overheat on his Azumarill, and that does a lot despite being resisted and this being an Assault Vest Azumarill. And there he goes for the knockoff on my Frothorn switch in, and I just try going for the knockoff back as he does go into his Magnetric here. And now he goes for the Thunderbolt, expecting me to want to go out into Heatran, but seeing as I went out into Heatran last time, I'm actually going to be expecting him to overpredict. And here I'm actually going to be getting up my Stealth Rocks to try to get a little bit of hazard control on my side. And now I switch into Heatran, expecting the Flamethrower. And this time I'm actually going to be going for the Flash Cannon over the Overheat to try to get a little bit better damage on the Azumarill if need be. And there I get a special defense drop, which is actually going to be coming into a little bit of play later, as you will see. But here I'm going to be expecting the Azumarill to come in, as I am going to be double switching into my Frothorn to get up my Stealth Rocks on the Magnetric switch in. And here I said that the special defense drop on Latias was important, as it was able to allow me to get enough damage to bring it down to 6%, then 12%, which will not allow Latias to come in and defog my Rock Sway. And I'm looking at Frothorn being slightly useless here, and he might want to overpredict here and go for the Thunderbolt once more. So I'm going to be leaving in Frothorn as Deathwater, as he just winds up going for the safe Flamethrower and take my Frothorn out. And so now I'm just going to be going into Clefable, get off of Moonblast here. And here I could have wished, knowing that I could sponge another hit, but I was too afraid of Magnetric to even try to wish up. So I just go for a safe Moonblast here, as he brings in Scizor, and I'm going out into my Keldeo here, because I do not pack the Protect on my Clefable. I actually packed Thunder Wave on it at the moment, and still do so here. And now he's going to be going into his Azumarill, and I actually had a chance to KO this Azumarill with Hydro Pump, but one, it was a small chance, two, I could miss, so it wasn't really worth it at this point. So what I'm actually going to be going to do here is actually go into Heatroth and Heatran and fodder that thing off to a combination of Play Rough and Aqua Jet. And now out comes Heracross, and he's just going to be going into Glide Sport to resist the Pin Missile here. I pretty much felt that Pin Missile could KO Azumarill from the range Velta was at. And now I'm just going to be setting up a Swords Dance, right, kind of expecting him to not attack me here. And he actually misses a Toxic, which I'm going to say didn't matter, but it's kind of 50-50 here. And now it comes Mega Man Trick, and I calc this here. Flamethrower does to max damage 73.9% damage. And seeing as he went for Flamethrower and not Overheat, tells me that he doesn't have 7 Overheat. And Overheat could have KO'd my Heracross from full health regardless. And that's where him running Flamethrower over Overheat is actually going to be coming into play here. As he does go for said Flamethrower, I am able to sponge it up with 34% HP left, and I am able to take the Mega Man Electric out and get that big threat out of here. And here's where I said that the Toxic is not going to be coming into play. He just goes for Bullet Punch and just takes me out. And now we go into Keldeo as he then fodders Latios to Rocks and to see what I'm going to be locking myself into. And I still need my Keldeo around, so I'm just going to be death throwing off my Clefable, and then just going into Landorus to kind of clean up here. And here, I'm actually going to go first here, as he doesn't use Ice Shard. And instead, he actually winds up going for the Freeze Ride, predicting my Keldeo when I switch in. But I didn't really have much business doing so, as Keldeo is my win condition. And I could, at this point, I could just fodder off Landorus here, which I decided to do. And then go into Keldeo and pretty much sweep from there. But what turns out to be the case, that I just wind up endgame sweeping him with Landorus Eye, Earth Power after sponging Aqua Jet, and that'll be the game. So, excellent game, Kiri. Definitely one of the more fun matches I've had recently. Rate, comment, sub, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.